Hey, overcomers. Welcome to Overcoming with Jennifer, my weekly Q&A. Today we're going to address a group member's question that really has more to do with trust and the way she worded it. But because I've already addressed trust a couple weeks ago, as far as trusting ourselves and our intuition, and then trusting others and how that flows out of a trust in ourselves, I really today want to hone in on a different part of her question that I think relates to boundaries. So she was talking about in the comments how she's in a new relationship and she finds herself having trouble trusting the person she's with, even though she knows him to be a good guy. She's known him for a long time, and she says she's always questioning his agenda. And of course, what she's suggesting here is that because of her previous relationships with abusive people, she is having trouble trusting this guy who is genuinely good. So she's saying that she needs to just get over this lack of trust and stop questioning his agenda and just be more, we've talked about the word normal and the importance of language. It sounds like there's this assumption here that she should sort of just act normally and trust him when she really feels in her gut that she's having trouble doing that. So what I want to point out here is that it's okay to set a boundary even if you feel like the only reason you need that boundary is because you are having trouble trusting and it has nothing to do with the other person. Okay, I'm going to explain this a little bit more. So if you find yourself questioning someone's agenda and you're in a relationship with them, then that's not a good feeling, right? It's not a good feeling to have this sort of underlying anxiety and like feeling guarded because you can't trust them, because you're being triggered and remembering things from past relationships. So even if that is all your mindset, your trauma triggers, and it has nothing to do with the other person, it's still okay to set a boundary for yourself so you can feel safe. We want you to feel safe. So it's okay to say, hey, Johnny, Joe, Billy, whatever his name is, I am realizing that I'm having trouble trusting you because of X, Y, and Z, and I think this is just my issue, and I know you to be a good guy, and I value this relationship. So in order for me to have some space to sort of think through and process my difficulty trusting in relationships now that I've been in this abusive relationship before, I need, such and such boundaries. So you can say, I need to limit our dates to just being in public. I don't feel comfortable at this point having you in my intimate space in my home. It could be that you need to limit the amount of time you spend with them. It could be that you need to take a break altogether from the relationship for a time. Set a time limit on it when you want to come back and discuss things with him and kind of give an update about where you are with things and with your ability to trust. Maybe you're not ready to date right now, and maybe the relationship just needs to end completely. But I want to caution you against just assuming, oh, this is just my issue, how do I get over it? Because you need to take time to work through that so you will be ready for the relationship, for this one or another one. And also another point is, this really could be your intuition that there is a red flag here that you need to pay attention to, all right? So don't just blow it off because everybody, that feeling of not trusting his agenda, don't just blow it off because, oh, everybody trusts him, he's a good guy, I know him to be a good guy. Maybe there really is a red flag there, but either way, if you set that boundary, so you take some time to process your emotions, talk to a therapist, to a friend, like I said, whether that means a total break from the relationship for a time or just setting some stricter boundaries. Maybe physical intimacy is not comfortable for you and you just need to hold off on that, but you're okay spending time with them otherwise. Whatever that boundary looks like for you, it's okay to set that. And if this really is a person of good character who cares about you and is ready to invest in you, they will be okay with that boundary. If they pitch a fit and they're not okay with it and they end the relationship, then you found out that you all weren't compatible, right? If they are really ready to be in a relationship with you right now and you're ready for them, then it will be okay. You will be able to be patient and take that time from both ends to think through things. He will take joy in letting you process what you need to process. Now, that doesn't mean it will be easy for him, but he will be okay with that and be supportive of that if he really cares about you and if this is the right timing for your relationship. Okay, it doesn't mean he's a scumbag if he gets upset and ends the relationship because you set a boundary, but maybe it's just not the right time. Maybe you guys aren't a good fit. All right. In a couple of days, I'm going to come back as usual, and I'm going to share with you a practical writing and drawing exercise to really help you process this more.